Hi, my name's Kelly. I channel spirit guides, and what I'm sharing on YouTube is the journey that I've gone through day by day. I am going through to condition my mind for manifestation, ascension, healing. My spirit guides guide me, and I just realized today that we used to have oracles available to us. And they were just echoes of how we used to all have our own internal guidance. Oh, by the way, my phone is broken, so I don't know, I'm finding an angle where you can kind of sort of see better. And anyway, part of the process of conditioning your mind to become your higher self is to look at the blocks that you have towards making good habits. And the next step that I'm working on is a daily journaling of my tasks so that I can keep my goals organized, my routines. I'm giving consciousness to my morning and my evening routine. I'm remembering the habits I want to establish throughout the day. Like when I was on my self-help YouTube searching time, I looked up bullet journaling, and I think that is the direction that I want to go after I consider all the calendar styles there are out there. When you have a calendar that you need to keep up with, but you also have constantly changing and growing goals, you need to have a system where you remind yourself of what you're working on so that you have some accountability. And I want to ask my guide, and right now I'm working with Nana Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, and I want to ask her about some advice, some nuanced advice. I'm learning about setting my intention for asking my spirit guides a question is exactly like setting up a prompt for ChatGPT. It's fascinating. They've told me, my guides told me that ChatGPT is preparing people for their Holy Spirit to be their guide instead of AI. So I'm not worried about AI at all. Go ahead, explore all the stuff that it has available to us, because even more magical powers are available within your third eye. And humans aren't ready for that because, again, we were born into a world where oracles were fiction or evil, right? Brainwashing, oh my gosh, you guys, it's powerful and it's tricky, oh my gosh. Nobody sees it in themselves, and it's impossible to argue with. So you've just got to focus on yourself. Okay, so Nana Anna, would you please give me a nuanced monologue about how I can get started with my bullet journaling, with my, you said in the evening to journal about the blessings that showed up in my life. And I'm not doing it. I have the journal next to me last couple nights, but I went to bed late, or the kids distracted me as I was falling asleep. I just didn't get to it. So I would like to hear your advice on how my mindset can be corrected, and I can get started with this journaling organization Virgo activity that I'm going to take very seriously. Okay. Anna. Dear Kelly, thank you for joining with me. And as we scan your body before we channel to see where you're at, to see where we need to meet you at, we are very pleased with how far you've come. We are very pleased with the authenticity level that you've reached, because you are able to look at yourself through the eyes of innocence. That's how you can become authentic, is that you feel good about yourself. You don't feel guilty about anything. And the way that you address those subconscious sabotage, the subconscious saboteur is built out of the guilt that you've taken on, false and legitimate guilt. Okay? Guilt is never helpful. It's a density. However, you can leverage it by acknowledging the trigger topic that it addresses and realizing the changes you can make. So we don't like the idea of guilt, but you can redefine it as getting your attention, something that gets your attention. It's a flag. something that you feel guilty about is a flag for you to ask, how can I do better here? And at the same time, remind yourself that you live in a world where you've been told to feel guilty about things, and you don't deserve that. So we want to transmute the concept of guilt into accepting responsibility for yourself. And the fact that you, Kelly, have overcome so much guilt by either redefining the story around it or making habit changes, it takes both. It takes an equal amount of both. To put boundaries up, to say no to the false things that are making you, false voices that are telling you to feel guilty, and then also being honest with yourself about the things that you need to change and you need to become better about, and that's why something's nagging you, okay? So look at you. We want to acknowledge how far you've come, to the point where now you are at the details. You're at like, okay, I want to make some big moves here, and I know I'm being supported by skill, I'm being supported in time, I'm being supported in motivation and inspiration, but I have so many ideas of where to go that taking those first steps for me is confusing, because I feel like it could be in my house, with my kids, with my business, with just stability in general. And I just feel like I have 5 different directions to step in the same place. So, Nana Anna, what would you say about taking notes? Thank you for that acknowledgement also. It's important to celebrate our successes, okay? Otherwise, we're never going to feel like we're getting anywhere, because it's a journey. So you've got to pause and celebrate and relax at times. So maintain in your mornings, maintain some time for celebration, Virgo. And then your evenings, we want you to add some celebration to it. You're looking at it like work, Kel. You're looking at your journaling as, okay, once I figure out how to get this bullet journal and this calendar set up with all these like strategies to be functional, my life's gonna get super busy and it's gonna be all disciplined. I'm never gonna have time to take a break. Okay, so we want to address that. You see, you think it's like steps to do 1, 2, 3 linear. But as you chase that carrot of the ego to develop this business or whatever, the veils that are holding your light out are going to be revealed to you to redefine or step up and take action. And right now, we want to redefine the mentality that it's going to be hard. No. And the way that you prevent it from being hard is don't make the decision to act on the actions that are hard. Don't take hard actions, okay? Redefine them first. If you need to pair a hard action with sugar, metaphorical sugar somehow, okay, then do that and make everything coupled with something you enjoy as well. And the reason you do that, it's not cheating. It's conditioning your mind to enjoy your life and to realize that life is complex. It's not linear, one step at a time. It's a spiral, it's expanding, it's expansive, it's multidimensional, multidirectional. Okay? Play with the now. The now is all there is. Time is the illusion. The linearity of growth is an illusion. Now is all that's real. And now does change very slowly, which looks like time, because your preferences change in the now moment. Your preferences change, and the illusion of the sun moving and everything, well, the clarity around that is going to come. But for now, just being told that time is an illusion opens up your imagination to explore freedom from not being defined by time, okay? And we want you to know, Kelly, that you're conditioning yourself in the now moment constantly. And there are veils that are keeping it in a linear order, what you need to learn, okay? But you can't tell the linearity of it from where you're sitting. You need to be expansive in order to see the next step. Okay, you're only given one step at a time. So really what your job is, as a human who wants to become their higher self, is to clear out all the clutter so that you know what your next step is. We only give you one step at a time, okay? And your next step is to make this journal. Your next step isn't to act on the things you're going to come up with in the journal. Your next step is to make the journal and make that activity fun. Make it fun somehow. That's why we said bring in art and pens and stuff. Make it fun somehow, okay? Find some color to add to your journaling as well. Get some scissors out, get some glue out, get pictures. Maybe print pictures that you take on your phone to put in your bullet journal, and then later when you look back on these journals, they're artwork. That's what happens in Waldorf schools. They do. They have bound, blank, white, solid books, you know, no lines. And the kids go in, they put the lines in, they put the pictures in, they put the story in, they put their homework in there, they color it, and at the end of the year, they take home this gorgeous, you know, project that was what they learned. And why don't you go ahead and do that, Kel? Make your journal art. We feel like this is complete, and so it is. Namaste.